All right, everybody, what is going on? And welcome back to Mets Weekly as we are live this very moment on YouTube and on Next for watch-along coverage of Mets versus Nationals, Game 48 of 162, the second game of this four-game set out in D.C. in our nation's capital. Before we start, make sure to subscribe for live episodes of the Mets Weekly podcast following every single regular season series. If you guys did not check out the last edition of the Mets Weekly podcast, Carson did a really good job breaking down the Mets series victory over the New York Yankees. So like I said, if you guys haven't checked it out, make sure you guys do. For those of you watching or listening on playback and want to join the conversation in the future, make sure to turn on post notifications to know when we go live. Make sure to follow Mets Weekly on X and TikTok. Follow us individually. The links are all down below in the description as always. But what is going on, people? We're back for another watch along, and the game and the live stream started a little bit later. If you guys did not see, obviously because the game was put into a rain delay. Obviously, originally the game was originally supposed to start at 6:45, but there was inclement weather before the game started in DC. There was a little bit of what's it called? A thunderstorm there, so they pushed the start back time to 7:30. We're now at 7:22, so a couple minutes away from getting the second game on the way of this, or getting the second game of the series underway. But yeah, listen, the Mets had a very good win yesterday in DC for the opener. Obviously, the game was tied 5-5 heading into extra innings, and then we got through the 10th inning, and then we got to the top of the 11th, and then the Mets offense just exploded for runs, and they ended up putting up a 10-run spot in the top of the 11th. Craig Kimbrel came in, was a little bit shaky, but he was able to get the job done. And yeah, listen, the Mets did a decent job at, putting up enough runs on the board to pretty much put themselves in a position where they didn't have to fully worry about Craig Kimbrel, and they were able to secure the opener. And now we go into this game, and they're looking to take the first two and then try to set up a series win into tomorrow's game. And like I said, listen, for right now, this Mets team, they just got to win series. And right now, they've been crawling some wins back. Currently, they're 21-26, still 5 games under 500, but it was a lot better considering, where they were about a week and a half ago, where they were, fluctuating pretty much around 10 and 9 games under 500. So they cut it in half. Again, still work to do, but again, when you look at the upcoming schedule and who this team is playing right now, these are the games where this Mets team has to claw back these wins. Obviously, like I said, they're playing right now 4 games in DC, and then they go to Miami for 3 games also. So listen, this 7-game road trip, I said this before, you got to go 5-2. At least take 3 out of 4 here in DC, and then go to Miami and at least take 2 out of 3 there. And then, we'll head back to Citi Field. We'll head back for another homestand. And obviously, we will see what happens after that. But there was also some roster changes to this Mets team, and we will get to that in a second. But first and foremost, let's go over and read out the lineup. So, leading off and playing right field for the Mets, it is Carson Bench. Batting second and playing shortstop, Bo Bichette. Batting third and DHing, Juan Soto. Batting fourth and playing first base, Mark Vientos. Batting fifth and playing second base, Marcus Semien. Batting sixth and playing center field, Tyrone Taylor. Batting seventh and playing left field and making his major league debut today after being called up, it is Nick Morabito. So another young, speedy, good defensive, good contact hitter. And obviously he's joining guys like Carson Bench, AJ Ewing, who was called up last week. Obviously, we have some of the younger guys in Nolan McLean too that are on the pitching staff. So, it looks like the Mets and David Stearns, they finally looked at where this team was headed, and they were saying, you know what, if we can't rely on the veterans right now because a lot of them are hurt, like Polanco, like Robert, Lindor right now, he's also hurt. So you know what? Let's call up the young guys and let's see if they could provide some sort of spark and some sort of energy to the team. And so far they've done that because they've won games since, obviously, Bench has been here since the start of the year, but ever since he's really started to turn it on and he started hitting a lot better, the Mets have started playing better and they started winning more games. AJ Ewing came up, he provided a spark, and that led to this Mets team winning more games. And now let's see what Nick Morabito can do. Obviously, listen, I don't think Nick Morabito has the same ceiling as a guy, as, the 2 guys like AJ Ewing and Carson Bench. But you know what? He could be a pretty nice, depth and, lower part of the lineup piece. Like I said, that also plays good defense, offers some speed, offers some versatility, again, offers a good contact bat. So listen, I'm all for calling up Nick Morabito, and hopefully, he has a strong major league debut today. Then batting 8th and playing third base, Brett Baty. Batting 9th and catching is Luis Torrens. And on the mound for the New York Mets, the ace of the staff, Nolan McLean. Going over to the national side of things, leading off and playing right field, James Wood. Batting second and playing first base, Luis Garcia Jr. Batting third and playing DH, it is Jose Tena. Batting fourth and playing shortstop, CJ Abrams. Batting fifth and playing left field, Dalen Lyle. Batting sixth and playing center field, Dylan Cruz. Batting seventh and playing third base, Vivas. Batting eighth and catching is Milas. And then batting ninth and playing second base is Nunez. And then on the mound for the Nationals, it is Griffin, who is a left-handed pitcher. And then, yes, we do also have the game two probable starters. Obviously, looking at Nolan McLean's numbers, 52 and a third innings of work this year with a 2.92 ERA, a 2.67 FIP, a 24.1 K to walk percentage. Looking at Foster Griffin's numbers, 51 innings pitched, a 3.53 ERA, a FIP of 4.45, and a K to walk percentage of 14.6. And obviously, the game will be, starting. That was the original start time, but we didn't know that there was going to be a delay. So the game will be starting in about 3 minutes at 7:30 as we kick off the second game of the series out in Washington, D.C. So, listen, let's see what happens. But also, in some other roster moves, left-handed pitcher Anderson Severino was selected to the Major League roster and called up from AAA Syracuse. So that's another lefty arm in the Mets bullpen. And the good thing with Severino is he does throw heat, because pretty much Brosban was the only consistent pitcher in the Mets bullpen that actually provided sustainable heat in terms of throwing hard pitches like around 96, 97 miles an hour. Anderson Severino offers that type of versatility, which again is something that the Mets have lacked this year. Clay Holmes was transferred to the 60-day injured list. Obviously, outfielder Nick Morbido was called up from AAA Syracuse. And then outfielder Austin Slater has been designated for assignment, so we won't be seeing him hit lefties anymore. So, listen, it is what it is, but I'd rather have Nick Morbido on this roster, who's a bit more versatile, who plays good defense, who has speed in the base pass, over a guy like Austin Slater, who is a one-dimensional player. And let's be honest, Austin Slater is not really that good. But, listen, obviously, game's about to start in 2 minutes. I will only be here until like 8:15, 8:20 because I have something to take care of. And obviously, again, apologies for me not being here yesterday. I had a hockey game last night, so couldn't join the watch-along. Fortunately, we lost our playoff game, so we don't play Wednesday, so I'll be here Wednesday. I'll be doing the game and doing the watch-along. But tonight I'll have to leave around like 8:15 and stuff, or 8:20. But Carson will be joining around that time, so he'll take over the watch-along after that. So at least you guys have something. Nice shirt, Andrew saying thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. Boom. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Daniel saying, what's good, everyone? Happy Tuesday. BBA, what's going on? Late as fuck. Tony saying, what's going on, everyone? Carlos the Twinkie. What's going on, Carlos the Twinkie? Lounge saying, sup, dudes, click the like button over here. Yes, everyone, please click the like button. Got 120 of you guys watching right now, so sorry, guys. So as always, make sure you guys, hit the like button, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell as well. You guys are awesome. We all appreciate you. All of us here on Mets Weekly. Carson, Andrew, Frank, Evan, me. We all appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Who is our opening pitcher? Well, Nolan McLean will be pitching today for the Mets. Ramsey saying, what's up, everyone? Let's go Mets. Lounge is saying the comebacks have been great, but can we get a lead and hold on to it? Yes, that would be nice. That if we could get a lead and hold on to it. Burnt Toast saying Morbido. Why? Again, young, is versatile, good speed, athletic, good contact bat. So really, listen. Would you rather him or Austin Slater on the roster? And I know Austin Slater's technically more. He's more of an MLB vet, but Slater's not good, so I'd rather Morbido on this roster. Pantries, what's going on? Saying more young kids they brought, very exciting. Holt McLean shoves. Is Morbido ready? I got a feeling he had to cook more AAA. He's been down there for a little bit, so listen, we'll see what happens. Again, listen, I'm not expecting him to tear the cover off the ball or light up the world or anything, but if he could be a nice little contributive piece down in the lower part of the lineup, listen, I will gladly take that. Let's hope the lineup can back up Nolan McLean at 100%. Brosman has been throwing fire. Yep, 100%. Burnt Toast, they're punting the season, brought up AAA, and are selling 2-for-1 tickets. I thought it's said that he got sent down to AAA, but then I saw somewhere that said that he was up on the roster, so I had no idea, but I think he's on the roster, but we'll see. But here's the first pitch to Carson Bench, who had a pretty good day at the plate yesterday, and he fouls off that first pitch up in the strike zone. And we are underway from Washington for the second game of this series, live from Nationals Park in D.C. All right, Benj batting 253 so far. The 0-1 pitch misses up and in for ball one. Okay, they added him to the 40 man and they opted out. That's okay. It was a little bit confusing, the wording, and then again I saw different things. So if that is the case, thank you, Tony. All right, 1-1 pitch is in the strike zone for strike two. The 1-2 pitch to Benj, and that curveball just misses as it almost catches the top of the zone, but it just misses high. So 2-2 count now to Benj. Okay, that's from Joe DeMayo. Okay. All right, Griffin into his windup with the 2-2, and Benj hits that ball right up the middle, and it'll go off of C.J. Abrams' glove, and Carson Benj will get into first base standing with a base hit. So Carson Benj makes contact the ball, sends up the middle. C.J. Abrams with not a great read to that. Kind of a little bit confusing because him and the second baseman, who was playing second base, Nunez, kind of looked like they were going to collide. Abrams kind of held up a little bit, and then that meant that he couldn't, get his glove, or he couldn't get his arm extended to make a clean play on that ball. So there we go. Carson Benj leads off the game with getting a base hit there. And now here's Bo Bichette up, and he hits that ball into center field. That ball's going to carry, and it's going to go for a home run! Bo Bichette swings first pitch and sends that ball over the wall into right center. And just like that, the Mets take a quick 2-0 lead. Bo Bichette's fourth home run of the season. And just like that, he gives the Mets a 2-0 lead. And on back-to-back nights of this series, Bichette goes deep at Nationals Ballpark. Middle fastball, and he was able to take that ball out to right center and just got it over the wall. So just like that, the Mets take an early 2-0 lead, and now here's Juan Soto. He swings first pitch, and he fouls that pitch off back to the seats. All right, let me update the scoreboard for you guys here, because there was definitely a lot happening right there. The 0-1 pitch here from Soto, and that ball is hit up the middle. That's a base hit. So 3 straight base hits for the Mets to start off this ball game. Good piece of hitting there by Juan Soto. Hey, the Mets hitting a lefty. That's new. Bench speed caused that error. Bunt. The Nationals are such a terrible defensive team. It all looks like to be effort and being lazy as fuck. Bo, wow. LFG. Vientos swings first pitch and misses under that breaking ball. 0-1. Holy shit, he finally arrived. Bo has arrived from Ranjab. Bonus is back. Has Bo finally arrived? Bo knows. Bo is here. Yep, great start. That's enough runs for McLean Mets win. 0-1 pitch from Vientos, and he fouls that up and away fastball. 0-2. Great start. High hope. What's going on, Sam? Hope this gets Bo going. 100%. Hopefully it gets him going too. Wow, first lead in a game in a while to start. Yeah, I think it's the first time they've led a game in like 8 games. Never doubted. Bo, what's going on, Hornet? 0-2 pitch. And that pitch is fouled off by Vientos. Hey, Matt, what's your take on Morbido? Yeah, I saw Morbido took number 8. I've always been listen, I don't fault Morbido for taking the number. Again, that's down to the organization. I've always felt that the Mets should retire number 8 for Gary Carter just to round out the 1986 guys. Because obviously Keith's up there, Doc's up there, Darryl's up there. 0-2 pitch from Vientos, 0-2 pitch to Vientos, and that fastball misses inside for ball 1. Like I said, I think Gary Carter's number should be retired. Obviously, that's down to the organization. That's down to Steve Cohen. So, listen, again, I don't fault Morbido for taking the number, but again, I would have retired the number already personally, but that's just me. The 1-2 pitch to Vientos, and that ball is chopped foul. So he remains alive in the count. Remains alive in the AB. 1-2 count still. Maxwell saying, let's get to the Nets bullpen early. They're on life support after yesterday, 100%. Same. I really thought they were going to surprise us this year with the other ones. Yep. Same with me too. Throw over to first base, and Juan Soto's back in safely. One-two pitch, and Vientos hits that ball into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and it's going to roll to the wall. The left fielder plays on a hop, and he throws it back into the infield. Juan Soto gets to third base, and Mark Vientos is into second base with a stand-up double. 4 straight base hits for the Mets to start off this game here in the top of the first. And now they have runners at second and third with nobody out, and now Marcus Semien will come up. Great start offensively for the Mets. Griffin's thrown 14 pitches so far, and he's allowed 2 runs and 4 hits. And now here's Marcus Semien, first pitch swinging, and he fouls off that curveball up the first base line. 0-1. Semien batting .228 with 3 home runs, 17 RBIs, and a .605 OPS. He was 1 for 5 last night with 2 RBIs, and he has been very good this year, hitting with runners in scoring position, and he's been really good at facing lefties as well. The 0-1 pitch, and Semien check swings there, but that pitch hits the strike zones for 0-2. The 0-2 pitch to Semien, and he fouls that pitch back into the seats. Count remains 0-2. The Nationals retired Gary Carter for when he was in Expo, obviously. Who else should they retire? For now, I don't think they should retire anyone. I think it's just Beltran and Gary Carter until other guys like Jake obviously retire. 0-2 pitch, and Semien hits that ball into left field. That won't be deep enough to really do any damage, but Soto tags up, and he'll come in to score, and the Mets take a 3-0 lead. So a good AB there for Marcus Semien. Was down in the count 1-2, took that ball out to left field, was just deep enough for Soto to tag up, and the Mets lead 3-0 here. And Vientos will remain on second base, and there's a 1 out here. So good AB there for Marcus Semien. And now Tyrone Taylor will come up to hit with a runner on second and 1 out. First pitch to Taylor. That pitch misses outside for ball 1. Carter will always be the only number 8 in my heart. He was the one who made me like baseball, says Tony. What's going on, Tony? Oh, I already said what's up to Tony, but... 1-0 pitch hits the zone, strike 1. One pitch, and Taylor checks his swing on that. Count now 1-2. And Taylor calls time, and Griffin just launched that ball off the what's the word I'm looking for? He launched it off the screening there, so I guess Griffin was a little startled there from Taylor calling time. No, Hornet, don't bring up that guy. Fuck that guy. We don't like JT Miller here. 1-2 pitch to Taylor, and that curveball, he is in there for strike 3. Taylor strikes out looking there on the curveball. So 2 outs here for Griffin and the Nationals, and now Nick Morabito for his first Major League AB here has a chance to drive in a run here and extend the Mets lead to 4-0. Let's go, Nick. Let's give a nice little round of applause here to Nick Morabito. Come on, Nick, let's go. First pitch to Morabito, and that fastball misses up and away for ball 1. looked like it just clipped enough, but no challenge there from the Nationals catcher. Milas behind the plate. Morbido in Syracuse this year bagged 253 with 4 home runs, 17 RBIs, and a 755 OPS. The 1-0 pitch to Morbido, and he swings and misses at that outside fastball. 1-1. Morbido, a second-round pick for the Mets in the 2022 draft, age 23, born in Virginia, so a little bit of a homecoming game for him. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off. Count now 1-2. Matt, can you send me the Beatty gif? I'm dying. Which one? The one where you said I want to go. I'll send you that a little bit later. Actually, probably in between. You know, let me just do it now. 1-2 pitch, and Morbido lines that ball at the second baseman. Nunez, who makes the catch and secures the final out of the inning. But the Mets strike quickly here in the top of the first, due to a Bo Bichette 2-run home run and a sacrifice fly by Marcus Semien. We head to the bottom of the first. Nolan McLain will take the mound, but the Mets lead 3-0. McLain will face Wood, Garcia Jr., and Jose Tena. So good start here for the Mets. Be right back, guys. Give me a second. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Got Nico in the chat. What's up, Nico? What's going on? Great start from this team. Yep, 3-0 start. Perfect start. Obviously, you got the 2-run homer from Bichette, which back-to-back home runs for him on this road trip so far, which is what you want to see. And overall, they've struggled to hit lefties so far. I mean, they struggled to hit lefties for the last 5 years, if we're going to be honest. So it's nice to see that they jumped on a lefty. And it's nice to see that they were able to, you know, come through when they had like runners in scoring position, which is always nice. But here's the first pitch from Nolan McLain and James Wood, and that fastball is down the middle for strike one at 96 miles an hour. Wood batting .250 with 12 home runs, 30 RBIs, and a 911 OPS so far. He was 3 for 6 last night with an RBI. The 0-1 pitch from McLain, and that fastball misses up and away for ball one. The 1-1 pitch, and that that sweeper misses outside for ball two. The 2-1 pitch, and that fastball misses up and in. So 3-1 count here to James Wood. The 3-1 pitch here from McLain, and that fastball clips the outside part of the zone. So 3-2 and a full count here to James Wood. Three-two, and Wood hits that ball into the outfield. And that's going to get down for a base hit. Morbido up with it, and he throws it in. But James Wood has a leadoff hit here for the Nationals here in the bottom of the first. Updated here. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. First pitch here to Luis Garcia Jr., and that fastball misses up and away for ball one. All right, Doug, I sent you the video. It's in Twitter DMs. Garcia 0 for 3 last night. He's batting .268 to start the year for the Nationals. The 1-0 pitch from McLain, and it is hit on the ground right at Semien. Won't be. Oh, nope. Semien will go to second base, and a good play there by Semien. I didn't think he was going to try to get the lead runner, James Wood, because I thought he just got a good enough read on that. But Semien, with a good fielding play and came up with it, threw over to second base, and he gets James Wood out at second base. So Mets get the lead get the lead runner there, and you take speed off the base pass with James Wood there. So good play there, and Garcia will stay at first base, obviously. All right, so 1 out away here with a man on first. Jose Tena, the DH, will now come up. He's batting .247. That sweeper misses outside for ball one. The 1-0 pitch from McLain, and that ball is hit up the first base line, but goes foul. Sweeper does not look sharp tonight. Yeah, McLain's struggling a little bit so far right now in terms of his location, but I think that should get better as the game goes on. Sometimes we do see this from him, but I think he'll be fine. The 1-1 pitch, and that pitch is hit out to left field. Morabito will get there. Nice little hopping play, and he's able to secure that out, or is able to secure the ball for the second out of the inning. So good athletic play by Nick Morabito there, and that's, again, one of the reasons why the Mets brought him up, one of the reasons why David Stearns brought him up. You want that athleticism in the outfield to be able to run down those balls that look like, maybe if there was another outfielder, maybe a guy like Juan Soto doesn't get there, but Morabito, we know he's a bit faster, has better athleticism, and he's able to get there for the second out. So 2 outs and a man on first here. Now C.J. Abrams, and he fouls off that sweeper, 0-1. .1986, what's going on? Saying, can we see you in second base soon? I mean, who knows? The 0-1 pitch here, and Abrams pops that ball into the outfield, but that will go out of play into the seats. 1-1 here. I'm sorry, 0-2 now to C.J. Abrams. Abrams in his last 19 games, batting .338 with 11 extra base hits, 18 RBIs, and a .934 OPS. He's batting .299 as a whole this year. A very good start to the year from C.J. Abrams. McLain is ready. He's into his windup with the 0-2 pitch, and that sweeper again misses outside for ball one. All right. McLain has his pitch, the 1-2, and that sweeper is fouled off at home plate. So Abrams remains alive in the AB. If Morabito is good defensive outfielder and Ewing can play second, why not give? Listen. Right now they have Semien, and we know that Semien's a very good defensive second baseman. Obviously, he's older, so he's going to need days off. Listen. Well, obviously, Ewing has played a lot so far, so it's understandable why he's getting the day off, but who knows? At least now the Mets are a bit more versatile. The 1-2 pitch is swung on a miss for strike three. McLain gets Abrams to strike out there on the inside slider, and a very nice shutout inning here from Noah McLain. So we head to the top of the second. The Mets still lead 3-0. So good start to the Mets here. Or good start for the Mets here. Get 3 runs in the top of the first, and then Noel McLain goes out there, works around a leadoff single by James Wood, and he gets out of the inning without giving up any runs. It's what you want to see. Stone saying Stone saying sup? What's going on, Stoned? Got him, nice, Nolan. Yup. Ewing had 13 errors in around 50 games at second. He's not a good second baseman for Maxwell. Listen, I'm not saying to to put him in as a primary second baseman, but as a secondary position, again, if Semi needs an off day, you could play him. I know the Mets also have Beatty, but for right now, he's playing very well at third base, so you want to leave him there. Obviously, Beatty will have to end up going somewhere else in terms of defensive alignment, because obviously once Lindor comes back, he's going to go play PS. He's obviously going to take over shortstop, and then Bo will move back to third base. So. But at least the Mets, with these call-ups recently, they have become a bit more versatile, which is nice to see. All right, here we are back for the top of the second, and Brett Beatty will lead off. And that first pitch curveball misses, up and in for ball one. Beatty 11 for 32, 4 extra base hits, 8 RBIs in his last 8 games, so he's really started to play a bit better since moving back to third. The 1-0 pitch, and that curveball almost nicks him, but again misses up and in for ball two. So Beatty right now in a very good hitter's count. 2-0 pitch to Beatty, and Beatty drives that ball into right field. That ball's gonna carry, and it's just gonna die at the wall. Beatty got a good hold of that one, but the ball just died at the wall, and the right fielder James Wood was there to make the grab. So 1 out away here in the top of the second. All right, now here's Luis Torrens up, who's batting .206 with no home runs, 11 RBIs, and a 566 OPS. Was 1 for 3 last night, and Torrens swings first pitch and fouls that pitch back to the seats, 0-1. Carson, of course, chiming in, calling Beatty a noodle fuck. And there's a replay of the McLean strikeout here on Abrams, and just seeing the movement of that slider. 0-1 pitch hits the zone. So 0-2 here to Luis Torrens. Warning track power. Got 168 of you guys watching the stream right now, which is great. 0-2 pitch is fouled back by Torrens, so he remains alive in the AB. But yeah, guys, 168 of you guys watching. Again, appreciate the support. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, share, hit the notification bells. Hit the notification bell as well. 170 now, so thank you guys so much, because we all appreciate you guys here. Carson, Andrew, Frank, Evan, me, we all appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Torrens goes down on the curveball. So quickly 2 outs here for Griffin in the top of the second. And now we head back to the top of the order, where Carson Benj will come up for his second AB of the night. Obviously, he had a single back in his first AB in the first inning and came around to score on the Bo Bichette 2-run home run. First pitch here to Benj, and that curveball misses, low and away for ball one. One 0 pitch, just clips the outside part of the corner, 1-1. And there's a replay of Benj last night, obviously, as he was driving in a couple runs there in extra innings. 1-1 pitch to Benj, and that fastball hits the zone for strike 2. One-two pitch to Benj is hit on the ground, chopper, but it goes foul as it just rolls a little bit up the first base line. Doug saying Beatty looks like a fetal alcohol Mr. Beast. All right, there's Bo on deck. 1-2 pitch to Benj, and he hits that ball through the hole for a base hit. So Carson Benj has 2 base hits to start off the night for him. And just like that, the Mets have a base runner here with 2 outs in the top of the second. Another good piece of hitting there from Carson Benj. 5th hit of the night for the Mets. Good pitch by Griffin on the outside part of the plate, lower half, but Benj got his bat to it and took it out to the outfield, or took it out to left field. So good piece of hitting there for Benj. All right, now Bo Bichette will come up. First pitch to Bichette, and he swings, and that ball goes deep, but that ball goes foul. Bichette looks confident right now up at the plate after that 2-run home run, and he swung hard and just got a little bit out front on that. Benj is so good. It's the mustache. What's going on, Ibby? The 0-1 pitch to Bichette, and that pitch misses low and in for ball 1. As always, guys, make sure you guys subscribe to Tilt Mets Do His Part. Of course, Ibby and John Saponaro, who run the Tilt Mets Do His Part channel and their podcast. They do one weekly show every day. I believe they do them every Wednesday, so make sure you guys check them out because they do a fantastic job covering the Mets there. The 1-1 pitch misses up and away for ball 2. And of course, they've both appeared on our watch-alongs as well. And they've appeared many times on the podcast as well over the years. So again, make sure you guys check them out because they do an awesome job over there. 2-1 pitch to Bichette, and that pitch misses up and away. So a 3-1 count here to Bo, and he's in a very good hitter's count here. Three-one count to Bichette, and he fouls that pitch back. So full count here to Bo. .43 pitches for Griffin so far, about his 44th. So the Mets are making Griffin work here. 3-2 pitch to Bichette, and he fouls that pitch foul. Or he hits that pitch foul down the first base line. So Bo remains alive in the AB. Three-two pitch again to Bichette, and he hits that ball into left field. That ball's going to carry, and that ball's going to sail out of here. Bo Bichette, two ABs, and two two-run home runs. His 5th of the ball game, and the Mets now lead 5-0. Bo Bichette is on fire here in the nation's capital.
Wow. He heard you, Mets fans.
Heard him loud and clear. Now here's Juan Soto, and that curveball hits the zone for strike 1. Second 2-run homer of the day for Bo. His second in 2 innings.
My goodness.
The 0-1 pitch to Soto, and that curveball again hits the zone for strike 2.
The Bo.
Put a bow on that.
I mean, he was too talented to not. I mean,
hey, listen, we got talent.
These guys
got talent in the clubhouse.
Every one of these guys. I mean,
the 0-2 pitch misses down and away for ball 1 to Soto.
Soto just ditched a part of his shin guard just now.
Hey. I mean, same situation, first inning, except for the outs, but Benj on first. The 1-2 pitch, and Soto goes down swinging on the curveball, but the Mets extend their lead here in the top of the inning due to a second 2-run shot by Bo Bichette. The Mets lead 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the second here in Washington, D.C. But like I said, apart from the out counters, because obviously in the first it was no outs, in the second there was 2 outs, but same situation. Benj was on first base, Bo was up, and made him pay.
right. As the Knicks are about to start, folks, I'm going to be half here and half paying attention to that. It is the conference finals, folks, for those of you who do not follow basketball. Either way,
The conference finals, and hopefully they win.
Bo is on pace for 9 homers tonight.
That's pretty good.
Not bad. I wouldn't even give him the major league lead, though, because Kyle Schwarber is fucking ridiculous. Soto looks like he's limping. Well, the only way to get Bo back on track is to injure Soto, so let's go Knicks, baby. Don't have Reggie Miller. It's a new day, man. We know Reggie Miller in the booth. This might be our year. Once Matt leaves, you need to call play-by-play because I will be watching the Knicks. I got you guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll just have it on in the background.
Don't worry, guys. I'll be here for the next 2 days, so you guys will have me for the third and fourth game of the series, full time for the games. I mean, listen, we still got plenty of games left. It's only game 48, so we got a bunch. We got a bunch more of these.
Plenty, so many more.
And just like that, we're not even back from commercial break, and McLean's already recorded now here in the bottom of the second. As I believe that was, Dalen Lyle grounded out to Semien there. So one out away here on one pitch in the bottom of the second.
I'm guessing this is Nick Morabito's parents.
Morabito's parent, yeah. First pitch here, and that ball's fouled into the seats by Dylan Cruz. So
Gil
0-1.
is going to ask him what their favorite color is.
Do you guys like hot dogs?
Because I've got a segment for you.
Steve Galv's putting sausages down his throat. Fuck you.
Nobody
Shout
beats
out,
OKC. San Antonio beat them last night, so we'll see. But that's only one game.
This game's now, This is the very rare occurrence where they've actually gave run support to McLean.
So now he's going to give up 6 runs.
There's Nick Morabito in the outfield. The 0-1 pitch here to Cruz, and that sinker misses up and in for ball 1. The 1-1 pitch, and that sweeper hits the outside part of the plate. 1-2.
He's got some rosy cheeks. The ones on your face, not on your ass.
Maybe he has nice ass cheeks too. Who knows? The 1-2 pitch misses low and away for ball 2.
Maybe.
The question is, does he do anything with a Louisville Slugger? 2-2 pitch is popped up. Vientos will go after that, but Semien calls him off, and he'll make the catch to record the second out of the inning. So Semien very busy here in the first couple innings. Do you have some Crisco grease on you by chance?
Nobody's beating Wemby.
All right, first pitch here to Vivas, and he hits that ball down the line for a base hit. That's going to get to the wall. Benj will play that ball on a hop. He'll throw it into the infield, but Vivas with his speed is able to get into second base with the stand-up double. So a 2-out double here for the Nationals in the bottom of the second, and Drew Milas will come up with an RBI opportunity. Second hit of the night for the Nationals.
Your beat Bebas. That's the pronunciation of his name. That makes no sense.
First pitch here to Milas, and that sinker is his own for strike one.
This is the pronunciation of his name. That makes no sense. Jorbit Bebas.
And that sweeper hits his own, strike two. Jorbit Bebas. All right, McLean has his pitch, the 0-2, and that sweeper hit him in the foot. So hit by pitch there. So now men on first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. And Nunez will come up. No, it'd be, I'm not going to do that. Why don't you do it?
Didn't the I think he is from the Yankees, I believe. He's the one from the Yankees.
First pitch here from McLean, and that ball's hit on the ground. And Bichette is able to keep that ball in the infield, but everyone will move up a base. Now the bases are loaded with 2 outs here. Oh, good play by Bo there because he did save a run there. All right, now back to the top of the lineup. Here's James Wood with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Wood is 1 for 1 with a single back in the first. Come on, Nolan. First pitch here from McLean to Wood, and that sweeper is hit out in the air into the outfield, and it goes off the glove of Nick Morabito. That's going to roll into center field. There's no one there to play it. Morabito's got to pick that up, and James Wood's coming around third base, and that's going to be an inside the park grand slam for the Nationals.
Okay.
Nice.
Sick.
It was a nice attempt by Morabito, but he just couldn't get there. Now here's Garcia.
Just watching him die for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know why Taylor was...
I almost got that.
And that sinker hits the outside corner for strike one. 1-1 count. One pitch is hit up the first base line for a foul. 1-2. I've never seen an inside the park grand slam before live, so I guess that's a first for everyone.
There you go.
Or at least from me.
It's his 13th home run of the year.
Can't wait for that to be a moment on MLB The Show.
That'd be sick, man.
Two pitch is hit into the outfield. This one not deep at all. Morabito will camp underneath it and will make the catch for the final out of the inning. But the Nationals strike back. They cut the Mets lead down to 1 on a James Wood inside the park grand slam. It is 5-4 Mets as we head to the top of the third here in DC.
Son of a bitch. Well, this Nationals team can hit, man.
Listen, the
Wilkins
offense
fighting
just
Morabito. This has been an insane. This is about to be. This has just been an insane series already.
nine. I mean, whenever the fucking Mets play the Nationals at Nationals Park, the games are always fucking insane.
They're always fucky. Braves won again today, 8-4 in Miami. Phillies down 2-1 against Cincinnati.
Got 200 live viewers right now, so as always, guys, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell as well. We appreciate you guys here on Mets Weekly. All right, and leading off in the top of the third for the Mets.
Braves lost Baldwin. No.
It's going to be, I believe it's Soto. Yeah, Soto made the last out. So Vientos, Semien, and Taylor will hit for the Mets here.
This game already hit the over through 2 innings. All right. Just about ready to go at the Garden.
OG's playing too, which is good.
Ouch!
We need OG to meet Dominican OG and Gregory Soto.
Well, they had a chance when he was with the Mets, but I guess they never wanted to go for it.
All right, first pitch here to Vientos from Parker, and that curveball misses, low and in for ball one. Vientos 1-for-1 with a double back in the top of the first.
Hope the layoff didn't kill them.
The
I think
1-0
they're going to be
pitch
fine.
clips the zone for strike one.
They have a coach now that actually prepares them for, things. So, we'll see what
1-1
happens.
pitch, and Vientos swings and misses at that breaking ball. 1-2.
Yep, biggest watch along of fingerless people. Exactly. Make sure to hit the like button if you have not already.
1-2 pitch, and that pitch misses down in the dirt for ball two.
If you don't do it, then
Andrew will come to your house and he'll eat your food.
he'll set your fridge on fire.
2-2 pitch, and Vientos chops that ball foul up off the third base line. There's Bo in the dugout.
Bo has driven in 4 of the 5 runs so far. Andrew will eat your pets. Okay.
All right.
Knicks win the tip. We are on the way.
2-2 pitch, and that's going to be a roller. It's going to get under the glove of
What is
Nunez
this
there,
game, dude?
and Vientos reaches first base safely.
What is this game?
I'll say this: if Vientos was an actual fast runner, he might have even beat that out by himself. But the ball going under Nunez's glove definitely helped him out there.
They're calling it a single, so maybe they thought he would beat it out, but I guess so. It is a hit.
All right, so 7th hit of the night for the Mets.
I will dislike immediately. Well, guess what?
You're banned. Not sure.
FBI. We have alerted the FBI. It's a crime against humanity.
Now first pitch here to Semien, and he lays off that curveball in the dirt for ball one. Semien had a sac fly back in his first AB in the top of the first. Obviously, he drove in the run, drove in Soto. And at that point, that put the Mets up 3-0.
Cashing in another run batted in for Semien.
1-0
Which
pitch
is
to
higher than
Semien.
Brandon Nimmo's RBI total.
Just saying. Just saying. Hey, don't come after me. That's what the stats say. Since
Numbers don't lie.
Since people were so quick to point the finger at Nimmo stats being that much better.
Yeah,
Listen.
and he's completely disappeared ever since.
All right, Semien fouls off that pitch. 1-2.
I was fine with it until Carson showed up.
Damn, you got a hater.
Oh well.
The 1-2
Nothing I
pitch to
haven't seen
Semyon
before.
is swung on and missed for strike 3. Semyon goes down on the curveball. So one out away here on top of the third. And Tyrone Taylor will come to the hit with a runner on first. And there's the highlight there. And Morbidelli almost got it went off the palm of the glove. Why is there a trash bag just fucking hanging there in the bullpen? First pitch here to Taylor, who attempts to bunt but pulls back there, but that fastball is his own for strike 1. Taylor struck out his first AB back in the first. All right, I'll probably do the top of the third here, and then I'll go after.
All right.
The 0-1 pitch here to Taylor is hit in the air, not deep at all. The left fielder, CJ Abrams will call him off, and he'll make the catch. 2 outs. So Vientos will hold at first base. Now Nick Morabito will come up for his second AB of his major league career.
Well,
and if he doesn't get a hit here, then he's a bust.
yep. We beat him with hammers.
First pitch to Morabito from Griffin, and that curveball gets in the zone for strike 1. Morabito, of course, lined down his first AB to Nunez at second base.
Very memorable.
0-1 pitch hits the zone with the changeup. 0-2. Wasn't able to watch. Did McClain just urinate all over? Well, he gave up. It was bases loaded with 2 outs, and Wood hit it inside the park grand slam. Morabito almost made the play, but it went off the glove. Taylor just was kind of didn't make a great play because he just let the ball roll past him in center field, and then Wood came out to score for the inside the park grand slam. All right, long hold here from Griffin. Now we set with the 0-2 pitch, and that fastball misses inside. So good take there by Morabito. Now a 1-2 count. There's AJ Ewing, who has the day off today. Maybe he'll come in later in the game as a pinch hitter. The 1-2 pitch to Morabito, and that ball hit him. So Morabito will get on base there via the hit by pitch. And now Brett Beatty will come up with runners on first and second.
You wanna go viral?
Well, welcome to the big leagues, kid.
Got hit right there on the knee, on the kneecap.
There's a bruise on your knee right there. Welcome to the big leagues.
And will Met Dopa hold Taylor accountable? No, he won't. First pitch here to Beatty, and that pitch misses low and in for ball 1 at 92 miles an hour. Beatty, of course, flew out to right field in his first AB.
Noodle fuck.
The 1-0 pitch swung on and missed there at the curveball. 1-1. All right, Beatty calls time here. One pitch here to Beatty, and that curveball misses up and in for ball 2. All right. At least the good thing is here the Mets are making Griffin work here. He's about to throw pitch number 69 of his of his game so far. So
That's a funny number.
Quicker they get him out, the quicker they get to the Nationals bullpen. Beatty swings and misses through that up and in fastball. Count now 2-2. And Griffin now here will throw his 70th pitch of the night. Here only in the
See, Brett, you got everyone fooled. You got everyone fooled again. I know exactly who you are. You're not fooling me.
2-2 pitch And that curveball,
Sit down.
umpire called it a ball, but that just got enough of the strike zone. So Beatty here's gets a strikeout looking there on that curveball. And there it is. Yep, strike 3. So Beatty strikes out, and the side is retired. So we head to the bottom of the third. Mets lead 5-4, and now my time is here. Now my time is up. I will have to depart and leave. So see you guys later. Carson will hold
we
down the
ever see
fort
you
for
again?
Maybe I'll be back for the end of the game. I don't know, but I'll definitely be here tomorrow. So
All right.
I'll be here tomorrow. All right. See you guys later. And thank you, Carson, again for taking over.
I gotcha. All right.
See ya.
You're all in my hands now. Okay, so Beatty strikes out to end that inning. It'll be Tana, Abrams, and Lyle to start off the bottom of the third. As we've already seen 9 runs come across the plate already. What a shame. Let me move over to my thing. Let's see. All right, I think we're all good. Turn that off. I don't need to hear that. Okay. Perfect. What happened? It was 3-0 when I left. Bo Bichette, since then, Bo Bichette hit another 2-run homer, his second of the game. And then bottom of the inning, McLean got the first 2 outs and then gave up 3 straight hits and then gave up a inside the park grand slam. Ball deflected off of the heel of the glove of Morabito. Taylor just stared at him, wanting him basically with revenge, looking like he wanted him dead for some reason, like Zaza Pachulia. And then Nick Morabito got in, got the ball, but it was too late. So far, the Knicks can't shoot. At least if they want to get the rust off, get it off right now. They'll be okay. Everyone's saying goodbye to Matt. Goodbye forever. Yeah, that might be the end of him right there. First pitch of the bottom of the third. Fly out to left field. Back to Morabito. And that is gone. It's over his head. An opposite field home run for Jose Tana. This game now is tied. Tana's 3rd home run of the year. As Nolan McLean's shitty start to this game continues to be shitty. Ball is completely flying out of here. So there's that. Jesus Christ. Can we settle in, folks? The 1-0. That one misses high and outside, and it's 2-0. Jesus Christ, McLean, come on. 2-0. That one bends in there for a strike, a sweeper. Now it is 2-1. Two one. That one misses in the front door. It's now 3-1 to C.J. Abrams. Dalen Lyle on deck. 3-1. Misses inside with a fastball, and that will be a walk. So a home run to start off the inning, and then a walk right after it on 5 pitches. And McLean is having some massive struggles right now. Here's Dalen Lyle. First pitch swinging again. Grounds one under the glove of Vientos and into right field. Benj picks it up. Abrams will go first to third. It's runners at the corners. Nobody out. It is the 6th hit of this game for the Nationals. And they are threatening once again. So Noel McLean has not been able to find his footing whatsoever. And that's not good considering how much we used of the bullpen. That's also not good for the possibility of me watching the rest of the Knicks game later tonight. because this game is going to probably take forever once again. Really needed a good outing from McLean here. Really did. Didn't get it. Here's Dylan Cruz. First pitch. Sweeper misses inside, and it's 1-0. McLean having a massive issue with his command. That one gets away from Terens, and that'll bring in the run as the Nationals take the lead here, 6-5. Abrams comes in to score on a pass ball that will be charged to Luis Terens. I believe that will be an error, but I guess we'll get a scoring change on that. And now the Nationals have taken the lead after the Mets now completely a 5-0 lead. Completely erased. I'm going to be sitting here for 4.5 hours, aren't I? Again. Cruz fouls that one off, and it's 2-1. Fucking Christ. Sinker's in there for a strike, and it's 2-2. Looks like McLean's going to have to wear it here, no matter how long it goes. Two to Cruz. Grounded to shortstop. Bo Bichette picks it up, throws over to first, and that is finally the first out of the inning. Jesus Christ. So many freak plays, yeah. First pitch to Jorvat Bivas. Guess that's how you say his name, as I looked it up. That one is popped up into left field. Morabito looks like he's going to be tested again near the sidewall. He made the grab! And the run will come home, however, so it is a sacrifice fly, but a nice play there by Nick Morabito. It is now 7-5. Nationals. Probably would have made sense not to make that play, but they needed outs. Whatever. Nice grab there by Morabito. It was probably baseball smart to not make that catch, because then the run would have came in, but McLean needs to get out of this inning, so. First pitch to Milas. It's high, and it's 1-0. 1-1. Fouled away. The 2-1 misses outside with a fastball. Now it's 2-1. That pitch misses outside completely. And now it's 3-1 to Milas. In there for a called strike. And the count now runs full. Milas' last time up was hit by the pitch in the second inning, which was last inning. Knicks just took the lead. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. 3-2. Checked his swing. He did not go, and they call that one low and inside. And we've got ourselves another walk here. That'll bring up Nazim Nunez. Jesus Christ, man. So a day to forget here for Nolan McLean. First pitch misses upstairs, as it has been the entire time. He's been falling around behind in the count a lot. It's 1-0 to Nazim Nunez, who singled his first time up and scored a run on that inside the park home run by James Wood. The 1-0, high and inside, misses badly with a sinker, and it's quickly 2-0. And McLean continues to struggle here. The 2-0, bounce to the right side. Simeon will throw on to first and retire the side. We go to the fourth as the nightmare inning, a second nightmare inning for Nolan McLean, finally comes to a close. We are through 3 here, 7-5 Washington. Mets have to play from behind once again. Why are the most embarrassing games and most frustrating games always in this fucking ballpark? Can somebody answer that to me? Why is this the biggest house of horrors that we always see? Like, I don't even care about the runs. McLean just needs to give us length. He'll probably stay out there, knowing the situation for the bullpen, but I don't think he's going to go anywhere past 5 or 6 innings. We'll see. It's political. How do you not challenge that earlier? McLean has nothing tonight. Yeah, he's desperately grasping for something. He has nothing right now. At least I have the Knicks to watch on to the other monitor. Yeah, I got it on my phone right here. But I kind of want to watch the second half of this game, but instead, this just basically, I wanted to watch that game, but again, this game gets delayed. And then now they're scoring 400,000 runs in this game, so I'm probably going to be on here for another 3 hours. On top of 6.5 hours that I spent streaming yesterday. So, yeah, I'm running on fumes, guys. And listen, I appreciate all the support you guys give us in the chat. Once again, make sure to like the stream if you have not already. Make sure to subscribe. But, when things come on back-to-back and they stack on top of each other, it's annoying. More rain expected in D.C. tonight. Lovely. Overdue for a bad McLean start. Yeah. I think we all really expected 5 earned runs, though, in a bad McLean start. Not this bad. Looks like one of those runs is being called back as an unearned run. But it's 6 earned runs, 7 overall. And we go to the top of the fourth. Luis Torrens will lead off for the Mets here. It's quickly 1-0. Thank you for the 5, Maxwell. Get yourself a Red Bull. I'm not tired. I have energy. I'm just really, really just beat, basically. Miami is the biggest house of horrors. I'd say it's DC and Atlanta. Looks like the Knicks are starting to get a groove. 2-1 to Torrens. That one clips the inside corner, and he's going to challenge that for some reason. I don't know why. Torrens has really had a rough time with these challenges over this past week. I don't know why he's still doing it. Yeah, that is just a horrible challenge by Torrens. Nothing is going right now after the Mets just scored 5 runs in the first 2 innings. Two. Bounced foul down the third base line and into the corner. We'll do it again. It'll be Torrens, Benj, and Bichette, the 9, 1, and 2 in the order. Mets are going to have to play from behind here as the Nats scored 7 unanswered runs in the second and third. That one is grounded towards the middle of the diamond. Abrams to his left, throws on the run. 1 out. Drake Baldwin, as I think Ibby mentioned in the chat earlier, that he is going to be out with an oblique strain, so that's definitely a cautious injury you don't want to mess with. So really letting Griffin off the hook, and it's pissing me off. Yeah, definitely not ideal at all. Here's Benj, takes the first pitch curveball, low and away, and it's 1-0. Benj has had 2 singles, and he scored both times on a pair of 2-run homers by Bo Bichette. And that lead since has been gone. The 1-0, grounded to the right side. Nazim Nunez up with it, throws to first, 2 down. And now this team right now is looking to just roll over and die right now. I don't get it. Good to know, right? Come on. Give me something. Bo Bichette, 2 for 2. He's already got a pair of 2-run homers, 4 RBIs today. Now is here with 2 out and nobody on. First pitch is called a ball, but it's going to get overturned as Milos is going to challenge that. And he would be right. It is a strike. And it is now 0-1 to Bichette. You guys hear that rain outside of my window? Luckily, the Mets are on the road and the Knicks are indoors. Oh, 1 to Bichette. That one is low and inside, and the count's now even. One. Grounded to the right side. Nunez up with it. Throws to first. Retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Where am I? I live in Jersey. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is still 7-5, Washington. So maybe the scoring slows down. What has been the run total so far in this series? You had 16 plus 7 plus... So 35 runs have already been scored, and we're not even halfway through the series because it's a 4-game set. Ridiculous. And now Steve Gelbs is doing his let's be frank shit. Don't care. Don't give a shit. As Nolan McLean is back out to the mound. Now he's wearing a hat that says bad day to be a hot dog. Lovely. This is exactly what I want to be watching after my team just gave up 7 unanswered runs in 3 innings. This is a blast. Anybody else having a blast right now? Fun! Josh Hart just hit one near the buzzer. Dude, I don't care. Gelbs, I really just don't care, bro. James Wood will lead off the inning. It will be the top of the lineup here for Washington here in the 4th. Never getting out of last place. Well, they still can win this game, but it's probably going to be a slugfest. as end of the first quarter here in game one with the Knicks up by 7 after one quarter. Line, base hit into right field, and the barrage continues. That is the 7th hit of the game for Washington as McLean continues to struggle into the 4th. Here's Luis Garcia. First pitch is popped up into right center field. Tyrone Taylor makes the catch. 1 down. As McLean just missing spots all over the place. They're hitting him way too hard. And this has been a nightmare night for Nolan. First pitch, Simeon bobbles the ball, throws on to Bichette, and that one completely misses him as nobody's covering third. Runners will move up to second and third, and this nightmare day continues. Fuck's sake, man. I don't know if that's going to be an error on Simeon. Does anybody just want this? Does anybody just want this game over? Like, I truly do not want to watch this. Fucking Christ, man. Here's C.J. Abrams. That ball wraps around the strike zone, but does not hit it, and it's 1-0 as McLean continues to struggle. Defense did not help him out on that last play. That is grounded. Bichette throws home, and it goes off the glove of Terens and all the way to the backstop as another run will come in to score, and it is now 9-5 Washington here in the 4th. Lovely. Booting the ball all over the place, and the Mets are now down by 4 runs. Jesus fucking Christ, man. And I don't even have the scoring ruling for this. So. As 9 runs have come across here. And we have nobody available in the bullpen because the entire bullpen was used yesterday. So McLean's just going to continue to have to wear it. Error on Bo for that. Was it an error? Yeah, they're starting to catch up with it. Hold on. Yeah, even the scoreboard is behind. So yeah, I'm having a great time doing this game. Here's Lyle. First pitch is, or excuse me, that's now 0-2 to him. Just make this game as long as possible, please. Excruciatingly long as possible, please. That one misses outside. One, two. That one misses. And now it's 2-2. Everything is behind. Okay, lovely. 2-2. Lifted in the air to left field. Morabito is under it. He makes the catch. 2 down. Go enjoy the Knicks. Shut it down. Unfortunately, I have an obligation to finish out this game. But guess we all just like torture, right? Guess we all can vent together. Here's Cruz. First pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. 9 runs home over the last 3 frames here for the Nationals. All right, so it's 2 errors on the Mets. And it's only the 4th inning. Yep. And if we have another rain delay, I'm going to lose it, guys. Really am. No one's up in the bullpen for the Mets right now. So it's McLean's bullets they're going to use. That one's in for a strike. And it's 1-2. Now McLean 1 pitch away from putting this nightmare inning away. That's grounded. Beatty on the backhand. That one is not in time whatsoever. It looks like they got Abrams in a rundown, but Abrams slides right back in there safely into third. And it is now runners at the corners with 2 out. What a nightmare. Nightmare of a fucking inning right here. So it'll be ruled a hit there. Beatty likely saves a run there. Unfucking believable, man. Make the game even longer, please. Just make it even longer. That's all I ask, guys. Because, you know, make it excruciatingly longer. Here's Rivas. Rivas is 1 for 1 so far. Doubled, scored a run. First pitch bounced off of his leg, fouled off. McLean caught Beatty off. I don't think that would have gotten in there quick enough. That one is also fouled off of his body there. And it's 0-2. Disaster. Understatement. This game's on McLean 100%. Yeah, he's been awful. Defense hasn't helped us, but McLean has not been sharp at all. Has not been many competitive pitches he's been throwing today. Just a complete disaster. The 0-2 popped foul into the left field seats. We'll do it again. What a mess. The 0-2 swung on and missed at the changeup, and that'll finally end the inning there for Noel McLean. We are through 4 here in D.C. 9-5 Nationals. And listen, this Nationals offense is really, really good, but Nolan had to be better. He wasn't. So he's going to have to go out there and wear it. He's been solid, not great, but he's going to have games like this. Without that play, we're still tied, though. Yeah. Yeah, the defense definitely did not help him out, but That was bad. This is a bad outing for him. Plenty of blame to go around. It'll be Juan Soto, Mark Vientos, and Marcus Semien for the Mets in the road fifth. Can the offense at least show some sort of response? I wouldn't be surprised if they lost this game, but it would be nice if they showed some fight. Absolutely. Absolutely, but it looks like they're starting to let Griffin settle in now after the first two bad innings that he had. We can get four back. We can. They can come back in this. It's just I'm just annoyed because I was hoping to watch the Knicks game, the second half of this Knicks game, after this game was done. And then now it looks like the whole entire Knicks game is going to be done, and this game will probably still be going on. So, kind of ruined my night, not going to lie. Then on top of streaming 6.5 hours yesterday, you wanted the core gone, so swallow your poison. Still do. They could lose this game 90-5. Still wanted that core gone. 1-0. In there for a strike to Juan Soto. Counts now even. We all have to sacrifice for our job sometimes. Yep. 1-1. In there for a called strike, and it's 1-2. Defense. What defense? Everybody's making errors. Did the old core make the same errors? Yes, they did. They were just as bad. 1-2. Misses outside and the sweeper. Counts now even. Brother, you're just crashing out after one game. They've been great in May. They've been much better in May. It's a long season. But hey, blame Stearns for this loss. Go ahead. 3-2 to Soto. Bounce to the right side. Nunez is there. Makes the play. 1 out. That'll bring up Vientos. Vientos is 2 for 2 so far. Watch Mendoza once. Yeah, I saw some of the clips. I didn't even tune into it. I didn't even need to hear it. It's all just a bunch of crap. First pitch to Vientos. Changeup misses high. And it's 1-0. This will likely be Griffin's last inning. So if they're that scared of him after scoring 5 runs and they want to give him a little courtesy, he'll probably be out of the game. That cutter misses. And it's now 2-0 to Vientos. In there for a called strike. It really is such a hilarious thing. People acting like it would have been better with the old guys. Vientos lifts that one towards the left center field gap, but it's going to stay up for Dylan Cruz. 2 out. Mets will probably come back. Listen, I have faith they can come back. I'm just upset that this game is going to be long. That's literally it. Timing sucks. I love how we I know it's just funny how we just fantasize how the old team that team just, that team never had blow-ups like this. They were perfect. That one's grounded to the left side. It is booted by Rivas, and it'll go into shallow left field. Abrams picks it up. It is a 2-out hit for Marcus Semien. So there's a base runner. That'll bring up Tyrone Taylor. I'm just done. I'm done with the revisionist history. I really am. The Mets are a half a game better than the Orioles, so difference maker Alonso. There you go. The best team is the A's, and they're under 500 with McNeil. This game's a clown show. Damn right. Just 2 field goals, and we take a 2-point lead. Let's see what they got here. Tyrone Taylor, first delivery from Griffin. Wraps around the strike zone. It's outside, high and outside, and it's 1-0. That one's low and inside. Stearns fucked up not getting actual pitching. The pitching's been fine. The pitching has been top 10 in every category. It's the offense that hasn't been really good. But the offense has started to pick it up. 2-0. That one is a called strike, but it was outside. Doesn't seem like we're getting any breaks, folks. Brad Lord is warming up right now in the bullpen for the Nationals, so it looks like this will be the last inning for Griffin. The rotation, not the bullpen. Yeah, the rotation's been good. Rotation's been fine. The only thing is losing Clay Holmes is not good. They have 1 starter left. Well, McLean, I would still declare a starter. He had a shitty outing here. No doubt about it, but I think he will be better next time. I don't think he can be worse, to be honest. We go to the bottom of the 5th here, halfway through this game. 9-5. Kind of like the song. Knicks are up by 11 right now with 5 minutes to go in the first half. Those of you wondering. In what world? This one. This one. The Mets rotation is top 10 in earned run average. They're top 10 in hits. They're top 10 in home runs allowed. They walk a decent amount of guys, but surprise. And then the relievers are top 10 in every single category except hits per 9. They've been fine. They've been keeping us in the game. Hasn't been perfect. But I don't get. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna hold up. But people who are saying that our pitching hasn't been good are just lying. Josh Hart for 3. Our pitching is not. Our pitching is the only reason we aren't 20 games under. Correct. I don't think people have been watching closely enough. They just see the names in the rotation. They're like, ooh, this is crap. That one is pop foul. First pitch, Drew Milas. Nolan McLean's still out there. If the Mets pitching is top 10, then that should be really wake you up to the fact that your precious stash don't mean crap because the Mets are and have been the worst. No, they've been the worst because their offense has been really bad. Their offense is bottom 10 in every single category. That's why they've been bad. Don't get it mistaken. Defense has been hit or miss. I'm not saying the pitching's been perfect, but the pitching is not the reason why they're losing. And Simeon throws out Milas for the first out of the inning. McLean at 79 pitches here, so we'll see how long they carry him in. They might put him out there for the 6th, because I don't think they have really much of a choice. First pitch is swung on a miss from Nazim Nunez, who's 1 for 2 today. The 0-1, low and inside. 2-2, floats outside, and now it is a full count to Nunez. 3-2, swung on and missed, and a high fastball. 2 down. That'll turn over the order, bring up James Wood, who set the tone in the bottom of the 2nd with an inside the park grand slam. After the Mets scored 5 runs in the first 2 innings of this game, and the Nationals have scored 9 ever since. 1-0. Changeup misses down. The count's now 2-0. To Wood. That one misses outside as well. And now it's 3-0 to Wood. Swinging 3-0, and it's a comebacker back to Nolan McLean. He flips it over to first, and that'll retire the side. So the first quality inning, I guess, from McLean so far this game. We go to the 6th, 9-5 in DC. All right, so now this one's starting to move, I guess. We weren't going to sweep the Nationals anyways. Honestly, this is one of the first ugly games that doesn't really make me mad. I'm not mad at the result because I've seen shitty games like this. Like, I'm numb to them blowing up here and then, but it's just the fact that, I don't know. It's more in personal reason to me. You know, I streamed for a total of 6.5 hours yesterday, and now this game is just droning on. So it's just annoying. Yeah, because they're on the road and they gave him 8. Yeah, he's going to get a new number tomorrow. So for all the traditionalists that are upset that Gary Carter lost his number, you're gonna be fine. You should never blow a 5-run lead. Yes, correct. Yeah, the pitching has not been good today, but this year, the pitching overall has been fine. Has not been the reason why they've been losing. Anyone who believes that is genuinely insane. Unless they get it more. I mean, yeah, that's true. I'm not disagreeing with you. So far, there haven't been the reason. The pitching has not been the reason why they're losing. It'll be Morabito, Beatty, and Terens for the Mets here in the 6th. 9-5 game as Brad Lord comes in for relief after Foster Griffin is done after 5 innings. And it's now 1-1 to Nick Morabito, who was hit by the pitches last time up. That's in there for a strike, and it's 1-2. And Morabito calls time. Swung on and missed at that breaking ball. And Morabito's down on strikes. Daniel Duarte, who was called up yesterday, warming up in the pen. So that probably is the end of the day for Nolan McLean. Here's Beatty.
She wanna go viral.
First pitch is called a strike. Low, but called a strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 swung on and missed. There's Beatty's home run last night, which was a complete tank. He destroyed that thing. The 0-2, that is lined into shallow center field. Abrams comes back, and he makes a fantastic diving catch. 2 out. That was over his head. He had to reach out for it. And that'll bring up Luis Terens with 2 out and nobody on. I know I complained or not, but I really want this team to win. It's a lot of unforced errors in the roster construction that piss me off. No, you're good, man. I'm well aware of it. I'm just tired of screaming, man. I'm tired. The 0-1 to Terens is fouled into the right field seats, and it's quickly 0-2. The 0-2 popped up, shallow right field. Nazim Nunez calls off Wood, makes the catch, retires the side. We are through 5.5 here in D.C. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 9-5 Nationals. Knicks are up by 1 right now. So it looks like they're not having the best end of the second quarter. Got to sling McLean out there for 1 more. Now we can't buy a fucking hit. Damn right. Well, I think Nolan's going back out. I'm not sure. Looks like he is. I mean, he's thrown 89 pitches. Says he's still out there. Maybe they do make a pitching change. I don't know. Donovan Mitchell's a Mets fan. You know he's going to lose. Who's the Mets' emergency pitcher when this one gets really out of hand? Probably Torrens, I think. Torrens usually pitches a lot for this team when they're... I don't know. We'll see. Phillies down as well. Yeah, they're losing 4-1 right now. Cavs just tied it 44-all. Minute left in the first pitch, in the first half. I don't want to risk injury with Benj if he were to pitch. McLean's back out there. So he's wearing it. On to Luis Garcia. Change up fouled off, and it's 0-2. That curveball misses. It's now 1-2 the count to Luis Garcia. Garcia's 0 for 4. Swung on and missed. There at that sweeper, or curveball, I think. 1 down. McLean's still wearing it here, which I give him props for that, at least. But a nightmare start here. Balloons his ERA over 3.5 for the season. Came into the day under 3. First pitch is a sweeper in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. That changeup misses outside, and the count's now even to Jose Tana, the designated hitter, who is 1 for 3 with a home run his last time up. Swung on and missed at that changeup. And it's 1-2. One, two. Swung on and missed. That's 2 out. And it's now halftime. Knicks down by 2 in game 1. Here is C.J. Abrams. First pitch is a changeup. It's low and inside, and it's 1-0. The 1-0 in there for a strike, a sweeper. The count's now even. Now he finds the strike zone. And that pitch hits Abrams, and it's a 1-out hit by pitch, as Abrams will go to first. 2-out hit by pitch, excuse me. And I think that'll likely be it for McLean. A nightmare start for Nolan McLean. 1 to forget. 5 2/3 innings pitched. 8 hits. 9 runs, 6 of them earned. 2 walks, 5 strikeouts on 100 pitches. A night to forget. I would not be surprised if they put in Daniel Duarte. We'll see who they go to. There's not many arms that are available because of the game last night. That went into 12 innings. So they're going to have to make do with what they have left here. Likely going to see Manaea tonight, which is just a joy because we all know that the game is going to be so short with Manaea here. Shout out to everybody in here. We got over 200 people in this stream. Make sure to leave the like button if you're on the YouTube side. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We do podcasts after every single series. And of course, the watch-alongs. So Daniel Duarte will make his Mets debut here. Duarte, he's had an okay career so far throughout the major leagues. He is a career 3.99 earned run average so far. So there's that. He's been doing well in AAA. He was with Minnesota in 2024. 2025, he was hurt. So we'll see what happens. So he'll come in with a runner at first and 2 out here in the 6th. He'll face Dalen Lyle to start off his outing. Here's a look at the Lincoln Memorial. Minaya threw almost 60 pitches. I doubt he's available. I would put him out there. I don't give a shit. Personally. Daniel Duarte, 2.60 earned run average in AAA this year across 12 appearances. First pitch. It is fouled off. 96 from Duarte, which is regularly where he sits. Tops out at about 97-ish. Deal 1. Cutter misses upstairs. The count's now even. Lyle is 1 for 3 today. One slashed foul down the first base line. It's 1-2. So Duarte at least has major league experience. It's not like he's just being called up from the minors and they're trying to roll the dice completely. Pickoff attempt at first base, and Abrams gets back there safely. And throw down to first, and Terens got him. Abrams nailed down by Terens. As we go to the 7th here, it's getting a little late. Let's see if they challenge at all. Well, he got him. That'll retire the side. My bad, guys, for not changing the scoreboard here. I thought I rendered it over, but I guess not. So we go to the 7th here. Nothing changed. 9-5 in DC. So it looks like the Mets offense has been pretty much silent since that second inning. A habit that we were really used to in April for this team. It will be Benj, Bichette, and Soto. 1, 2, 3 in the order. I'm sure Brad Lord will probably pitch another inning. All right, so Lord back out to the mound to face Carson Benj here in the 7th. Knicks still at halftime. First pitch to Benj. That one is high and away, and it's 1-0. Benj, 2 singles. 1 in the first, 1 in the second. He's 2 for 3 today. Scored twice on a pair of Bo Bichette 2-run homers. That 1-0 is fouled off. Benj has his batting average up to 261 on the year. OPS nearer to 700. 1-1. Lined, base hit into center field. So the hits just keep on coming for Benj. That is the Mets' 9th hit of the game. And we've got ourselves a leadoff base runner here in the 7th. That'll bring up Bo Bichette, who last time there was a runner on base, he homered. And then the first time, he also homered. He has a pair of 2-run homers today. He is responsible for 4 of the 5 runs for New York tonight. First pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Bo, maybe he's starting to get it going. You'd hope so, right? We would hope so. A 1 to Bichette. Sinker in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. To Bo. That sweeper is fouled off. Mets trying to stage a comeback after the Nats scored 9 unanswered runs across the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. The 0-2 popped foul, a high fastball. Bo keeps fighting him off. It will be Soto on deck. The 0-2. That slider misses completely. And it's 1-2 to Bichette. Soto looms on deck. And a step off here by Lord. The 1-2, chopped to the right side. Nunez made the tag on Benj and gets the out at first to ground into a double play there. And now it's 2 out and nobody on. Did he get the tag on Benj? I think he did. May have. And Bo grounds into a double play there, 2 out. Any sort of life there is erased. So here's Soto, 2 out and nobody on. And that first pitch is low, and it's 1-0. Soto's 1 for 3 today. Singled and scored a run in the first inning. Benj has got to start stealing more. Agreed. 1-0. Now, fastball is fouled back. Best records in May. The Mets have the 4th best behind the Rays, Brewers, and Phillies. They've also been playing really good ball. Mets trying to climb out of a hole here. 1-1. Hit in the air to straightaway center field. That is long out of here. And Juan Soto gets the Mets within 3 here. 10th hit of the ball game. It is Soto's 7th home run of the year. 9-6, Washington. Juan Solo is back. And now it's a 3-run game. Could have been 2 runs. Yeah. Here's Vientos. And a half swing. He went around on that changeup. Slider, excuse me. 0-1. Beautiful swing there by Soto. Right down Broadway, and he made him pay for it. Squared it up perfectly. Oh, 1. Swung on and missed at that breaking ball. Vientos trying to play hero ball. And hit a 3-run homer here, Mark. Oh, 2 to Vientos. Rolled over to shortstop. Abrams up with it, throws to first, retires the side. Stretch time here in D.C. The Mets get a little bit closer on a solo home run by Juan Soto. It is still 9-6. Washington going to the bottom of the 7th. Of course, Mark's swinging out of his shoes. He always does that. He always does that. When somebody does something in front of him, he's like, oh, I got to do something too. It's like, dude, relax. Lyle, Cruz, and Rivas for the Nats in the 7th. Mets will have 6 outs to work with. Duarte will likely go back out to the mound. So, wing and a prayer, you're going to have to trust the new guy. He's thrown 4 pitches. The Mets are running low on bullpen arms right now, as a lot of them were used up last night. The Mets, 6 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors. The Nationals, 9 hits, 9 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Well, we'll see. We will see. I don't know how that throw home was an error on Bichette, but whatever. I guess we'll look at that in post. All right. Bottom 7. First pitch is fouled off to Dalen Lyle from Daniel Duarte, who finished the 6th and is back out for the 7th. Lyle is 1 for 3 today. Scored a run. The 0-1 bounced foul, and it's quickly 0-2. This guy Duarte's got some decent stuff here. I don't know if it's just the adrenaline of being back in the majors, but he's throwing pretty hard. To Lyle is lined out to shallow left field. On comes Morabito, makes the catch, 1 out. Got to bring up Dylan Cruz as the Knicks' second half just started. First pitch to Dylan Cruz is popped foul. Cutter. 92 miles an hour. Like I said, he's throwing hard. 90-mile-an-hour changeup, 92-mile-an-hour cutter. Looks like his fastball reaches about 97. So decent stuff here, I'd say. That cutter misses up and away. And it's 1-1. One lined out to right center field, and Taylor is under it, makes the catch. 2 out. Got to bring up Rivas, or Bivas, or whatever the hell it is. Whatever the hell his name is. First pitch, misses outside, slider, and it's 1-0. Cat just hit a 3. Mets nicks down 1. That pitch misses up and away, and it's now 2-0. Grounded to the right side. Vientos flips it over to Duarte off the mound, and that retires the side. We go to the 8th here in D.C. It is a 3-run ball game. Mets have 6 outs to play with. Why are we talking about the Knicks? Oh, sorry. My bad. He is, but, you know. That dangerous AI cat voice is amazing. All right. It will be Simeon, Taylor, Morabito. And the road 8th. They will face Brad Lord, who came in for relief of Foster Griffin. First pitch to Simeon, swung on a miss at a fastball, and it's 0-1. Simeon is 1 for 2. He had a sacrifice fly that accredited for 1 of the 6 runs. 0-1. Up and in. And I don't know if they're challenging that, but it's 1-1. 1-1 to Simeon. Slider misses outside, and it's 2-1. We will be live for watch along and post game tomorrow, so make sure to tune in for that. No post game tonight. Fouled off. Counts now even. Our old friend Richard Lovelady getting warmed up in the bullpen for the Nats. Looks like he's going to pitch the 8th. Lovelady's actually been really good for Washington. Of course he has been. That one is fouled off into the dirt on a sweeper. 2-2 on Simeon. Two to Marcus. That one is fouled off. Two. Sweeper misses completely into the other batter's box. Simeon checked his swing. He did not go, says the first base umpire. And it's a full count to lead off the inning here. Three-two to Simeon is popped a mile high. On the run is Abrams. And he calls for it, makes the catch, 1 out. I think it gets rained out tomorrow. We'll see. That will bring up A.J. Ewing as a pinch hitter for Tyrone Taylor. I think we all expected that. So now you got all the kids in the game now. Ewing, Benj, and Morbido. Looks like we've got ourselves a mound visit here. Ewing so far in his young major league career has made quite an impression on that homestand. First pitch, swung on and missed at a slider, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 in there for a called strike. Quickly 0-2 to Ewing. 0-2. In there for a called strike 3. 2 down. That'll bring up Morbido. Morbido is 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch in his major league debut tonight. First pitch, sweeper in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yo, 0-1, swung on and missed at that slider, and it's quickly 0-2 to Morbido. The 0-2, breaking ball fouled off. It's still 0-2 to Morbido. Yo, 2. Blowing outside, and the Nationals are going to get that challenge. And that's going to retire the side. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. It is 9-6. And probably Duarte is going to pitch the rest of the game here. Let's see what happens. Knicks are 3 for 22 behind the... Yeah. Well, I just saw Josh Hart make a 3. So still plenty of game to go. Either way, for those of you in here, make sure to hit the like button if you have not already. Subscribe. It'll be Milas, Nunez, and Wood in the bottom of the 8th, as A.J. Ewing remains in the game as the center fielder, as we expected. Live by the 3, die by the 3. Yeah, Knicks not playing their best basketball. Mike Brown ain't exactly Pat Riley. Not sure why everyone expected the Knicks to coast through this series. I think they match up well. I said Knicks in 6. I mean, I trolled and said Knicks in 4, but I didn't actually believe it. But they can still come back in this game. As for the Mets, we'll see. They got 3 outs to play with. They got to get rid of... They got to have it hold here. But, yeah, we'll see. Duarte back out to the mound, and he gives a first pitch strike to Drew Milas. The 0-1 on the way. Bounce to the right side. Vientos flips it over to Duarte, covering the bag off the mound. 1 down. That'll bring up Nazim Nunez. And it's 0-2. As I just fast forward because my stream, for some reason, is skippy right now. Nixon 7. Oh, 2 to Nunez. It is flicked to the right side, and Beatty can just put that one in his pocket because Nunez is hella fast, and it will be the 9th hit of the day for the Nationals. It's a 1-out base runner. Now we'll turn over the order to James Wood, who delivered a key moment in this game in the 2nd inning, an inside-the-park grand slam, and the Nationals did not look back from there. First pitch, Cutter swing and miss at that one. 0-1. Nunez leading the National League in stolen bases. He is quite the pest. That sinker misses outside, and it's 1-1. 1-1 to Wood. Step off, and he throws over to first as Nunez is in there safely. Nunez, a big stolen base threat, like we said. He has plenty of them this year that lead the National League. 1-2 from Duarte to Wood on the way. Swung on and missed at the cutter there. 1-2. The 1-2 is fouled off. Change up. The 1-2 lifted in the air to deep center field. Back goes Ewing. He is a few steps onto the warning track. He makes the catch. 2 out. So long second out there for Duarte. That'll bring up Luis Garcia. Garcia's 0 for 4 today. 2 flyouts, a strikeout. Duarte pickoff attempt there. Nunez dives back into the bag safely. First pitch to Garcia is a cutter fouled down the first base line, and it's 0-1. Oh, 1 popped up. That'll go out of play foul, and it's 0-2. That ball is in the dirt, and it's 1-2 to Garcia. Can't wait for Miles Michaelis to look good. I don't think he's pitching in this series. I think he's the only Nationals pitcher that's not pitching. Swing and a miss. That'll retire the side. So a solid debut in a Mets uniform for Daniel Duarte. He goes 2 innings and a third scoreless. Mets still down 9-6. Last licks for the Mets. It will be Beatty, Torrens, and Benj for the Mets in the visitors' 9th inning. Hope Beatty doesn't lose his hitting streak. Well, let's find out. I see them getting 1, but the Nationals take it. We'll see. Might be Richard Lovelady to close this one out, just for fun parody, right? And Richard Lovelady will come in for the ninth, of course. We can hit Dickey. Yeah, I hope so. Richard Lovelady. Great. Knicks getting blown out. It's an 11-point game. Wouldn't classify that as a blowout. But they are definitely not playing great. So Beatty will lead off against Richard Lovelady. First pitch is swung on and missed at a fastball at 89 miles an hour. The 0-1. Sinker misses outside, and the count's now even. Lovelady had multiple stints with the Mets. None of them really were that fun. One. Rolled to the right side. Beatty broke his bat. Nazim Nunez throws on to first. 1 out. That'll bring up Luis Torrens, who caught Richard Lovelady a decent amount when he was with the Mets. So, I don't know, maybe he gets an advantage here. I don't know. Swung on and missed at a high slider. And it's 0-1 to Torrens. One is dribbled fair, and that Luis Torrens will be tagged out for the second out, and the Mets will be down to their final out here in DC. Just a horrendous night all around. Defense was horrible. Offense disappeared after the second inning. McLean was horrible. No other way to put it. As Benj takes a strike there from Richard Lovelady. And it's 0-1. Benj 3 for 4 today. He did his part. Yoan bounced foul, and now the Mets are down to their final strike here of the night. Props to Duarte for saving our bullpen. Yep. At least it was a short game. Nah. Seemed like it was going to be a long game, but yeah, the 0-2 fouled off into the left field seats. Benj is hitting 266 now. He is. But hey, we've already classified him as a bust, so it's already done, guys. Oh, to Benj. Misses way upstairs. Almost hit him. And it's 1-2. One-two, swung on and missed. Down goes Benj, and that will end the game. The Mets in Game 2 in DC of 4 lose 9-6 here after a disastrous pitching performance from Nolan McLean. One to forget. Horribly defensively. The offense completely disappears after the second inning, aside from a solo home run from Juan Soto. And the Mets lose Game 2 of this series, and the Nationals even it up at a game apiece. Game 3 tomorrow. But either way, not great. Bo Bichette, 2 home runs, a pair of 2-run home runs. And yeah, but it wasn't enough. as the Mets would give up 9 unanswered runs until Juan Soto would homer, and they dropped this game 9-6, and they dropped to 21-27 on the season. Back tomorrow night, it will be the debut of Zach Thornton, Mets pitching prospect, and he will go up against Zach Littell. And that'll pretty much do it, guys. Either way, thank you guys so much who tuned in for this entire game, which was not fun. But hey, we got through it together. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's watch along. Make sure to subscribe to the Mets Weekly YouTube channel for live recordings of the Mets Weekly podcast following every single regular season series. And we will be back tomorrow for the watch long and post-game coverage. No post-game today. If you're watching on playback, you want to join the conversation in the future, make sure to turn on those post notifications to know when we go live. Make sure to follow Mets Weekly on X and on TikTok. Follow all of us individually. The links are all in the description. Let's go Mets, and we will see you guys tomorrow.